Before we start with the Sri Visnu Sahasranama, let us think of how, at least for some, the easiest way to achieve God realization is to focus on the divine names. Names that are beyond sect. Names that are beyond culture. When commentary is made, it should be upon what the direct and implicit meanings are. The focus this time around can be thought of as male, but again, we're going beyond gender here. So, talking about this after the Sri Lalita Sahasranama makes sense to pair things together, representing, each side of things. But the listing that has been arranged, because these Sahasranama texts are not the same thing as scripture itself, they're not entirely directly paired. Name one is the male form of this, and it's the female form of this in whatever other text, right? It's not like that. It is important for scripture to be said aloud. It is important to manifest the sound, and other than just your breath, to connect with this all as something beyond just being a spiritual operator. Sure, we can say inclusive names like Allahumma and Bhagavan and Elohim, but it's important for us time to time to use a variety of divine names. And when we do this, we are forming an inner connection as well. The mind moves, but then again we return and we direct it towards what we should be upon, right? And eventually some of these chants and stuff can be things that we can do any task. So by having a variety of names, we can connect those particular names to the variety of life that we encounter, that we deal with. And that aspect is going to be something that can save the world. People think about all these other ways. Oh, humanitarianism is going to do it, and environmentalism and stuff. It's like, well, that falls short because of the lack of the mythical component, the devotional component, the admitting that we are not the supreme being, that there's not an infinite regress. And some people will think of the Lalita Sahasranama and to comment on it, they will use the Vishnu Sahasranama. And so these two are the best ones to pair. It's not just that these are the only two in my personal collection. These are just, the best to pair. And if you can't read through a scripture, if you can't do whatever, just chanting the names, that should be enough. And you don't need to do any special ritual, but we will go over some of that, won't we?